In this edition of The Social Impact, I'd like to talk to you about something very pertinent. Now, from the start of this Women's Month, I've noticed a lot of attack on men by those in the feminist movement. I do agree that the happiness from what should be the celebration of life of women had been violently ripped out of the hearts of what once was a family at the hands of man. Fathers have not been what they ought to be, and husbands have failed in their duty to serve and protect their families. We as men have failed in our duty to see to it that our mothers, our wives, and our children are safe, their rights are promoted, and they have equal opportunities. Our families are broken because of the hurt we inflicted as men. Our families are incomplete because as men we don't have the balls to man up and to be the fathers to our children, to be the husbands to our wives, and to be the men we have been created to be. Some men may be saying that they take offense to being labeled as trash, but for me, this is a bigger debate than just taking offense to an issue like this. So does saying all men are trash really make a difference or have an impact on the lives of men? I do think it does make a difference. It gets us to talk about it, to explore the avenues of abuse and sexual assault against women and children, and talking about it would hopefully get those who have been silenced to speak up, to let their voices be heard and let others who may be going through the same or similar circumstance rise up. But this is a bigger issue than just labeling all men with a men are trash tag. It is more than being the victim of domestic, psychological, and emotional abuse. This is an issue for each of us to take a step back and to see it as it is. We are all to blame for the scum which exists within our society. If as a woman you see and you know of a friend being abused by the hands of a man, but you remain silent, you are as trash as the abuser, the raper, and the murderer. You had the opportunity to stand up, to speak out, but you chose to remain silent. This is a fight which we will never win if we keep blaming each other for the hurt we are experiencing. This is not a time for us to be using terms such as us and them. It is an opportunity now more than ever for all of us to say that enough is enough. It is a time for us to move away from what is termed as a patriarchal society and see us all working together, men and women, toward a better society. As a married man, I fear for my wife. I fear for my mother and my sister, my aunts, my grandmother, the women closest to me, and my future children. We are living in a cruel world, a world with so much misery, hurt, and sorrow. I may not be trash, but as long as our mothers are abused, our sisters are raped, our children are brutally murdered, I as a man, as a human, remain trash. Each one of us are trash if we don't do anything about the abuse plaguing our society. It's time for all of us as a human society to stand up, to rise up, and to take control of our society. I dream of a world where I needn't fear for the safety of my wife and my children and those closest to me. Yes, I agree that hurt people and love people, but with so much hurt in our society, within our world, will you be the love which binds us together, or the hurt which continues to tear us apart and rip open the souls of what once was a family? Now, in our world, we have often been taught to be more masculine, stronger, braver, and more courageous. I think that is where we lost the plot. We need to understand that it is okay to get emotional. It is okay to fear. It is okay to cry. As men, many of us are broken. We are hurt. We have lost our jobs, and we have often lost our human dignity in the process. But society teaches us that getting emotional as a man is wrong. So we bottle up all our anger and hurt, and as we clench our fists, we sadly use our wives, our mothers, and our children as our boxing bags. It is time for us as men to get emotional, to be more in touch with our feminine sides, and to stop the abusing, stop the raping, and stop the murdering. Our families are already broken. The faces of women had been disfigured. It's time for us all to stand up as a human society and to mend what we have broken, and to say, we will no longer carry on like this, not in my name.
On the first page of our story, the future seems so you'll always be mine.